What's going on, YouTube? It's your boy Rich Nice back once again. So today we got the X7 back in the shop. I guess the customer must trust me, or either they just don't know any better. So today the BMW is back in. We'll be putting a ethanol sensor in it. So this vehicle is capable of running E30, which is a mixture of E85 and 91 or 93 octane. And there's a calculator that I can show you later on that will tell you how many gallons of ethanol to put in and how many gallons of regular gas to put in to get E30. So, which will give this thing even more horsepower than it already has. So what we need to get to is we need to get to right underneath this box to this fuel line. You can barely see it right here. And then it goes down to the high pressure fuel pump, which is located down here. So I will get this side of the way. We'll get our kit unboxed or unbagged, lay it out, and I'll show you what you need to do this. This should only take about 30 minutes on a good day. So we'll see what happens. So until I do that, y'all go ahead and watch the video.
Dark side, light this bitch up.
All right, YouTube, to get this brace out, this is an E20, or I believe it's a 16 millimeter. You can get this kit from Amazon. It has all the way up from E4 to E22, and then it has your Torx all the way up from T60 to T8. So plenty of adjustments in there for everything that you might need. I will leave this down in the description. So this is an 18 millimeter. This is a T12 right here. We're gonna take this, pull this out. This is a 16 millimeter right here to get this out. These are 6 millimeter, or you can use a flat tip, because I don't know what happened to my 6 millimeter. So look at these loose. And this should, we'll take our cover off. And this should just pop out, just like that. So you really don't have to take this piece out right here. But we're going to anyway. That's the reason why we took that one last bolt out. It just pops loose. So the fuel line we want to get to is this one right here. It goes from here, goes down, and it connects to your high pressure fuel pump right down here. So in order to get this off, it has this little clip. You just push this little clip, unclip it right here, and then you'll be able to push this black thing in and your fuel line will pop off. Make sure you put something underneath here and make sure your engine is cool so you don't catch anything on fire. And this will spray some fuel, so make sure that you have a zip tie, microfiber towel, so you can catch all the residual fuel that drips down. It'll be the same thing on this one down here. All right, in the kit, you have the sensor itself, which is a GM sensor. You see right here. It's a GM sensor, which pretty much all of them are. You'll have your little connector right here. There's 3/8 on one side, 5/8 on the other. You have 2 wiring harnesses, one that goes from the module itself. Then you'll have this connector, which has your power, ground, and then the white wire is for your JB4 if you have one. If you don't have to use that wire. You just tuck it away, and you can use the app, which is wireless. And then you'll have this fuel line, which is where we're going to replace this existing fuel line right here with. And then you'll need 2 3/8. And basically, to get these lines off, you're gonna need 2 wrenches. Stick 1 wrench here. I'm not sure if you can see that really well, how that notch is right there. And then you'll just take your other wrench and you'll spin this thing off. Like that. And it has these little nipples on it that fit in this little groove right here, and you just turn it and twist it in. So you'll slide this on, you'll slide this piece up here in the top, push them together, and then you'll just twist it back on to lock it in place. So we're going to use our screwdriver, get this clip off. Try not to break it. There it is, just like that. That's what the clip looks like. And it just snaps on. And there's another one way down underneath here. This is going to be a little bit more of a pain to get to. Biggest key is not to drop this clip. So I'll get that out and we'll be back. Kit comes as grease, and they just basically want you to put some of this grease on the nipple so the fitting is easier to slide on, just like this. So you'll do it on this, you'll do it on this one down here, and you also do it on the sensor itself. So, and this just says Super Lube on it. So start working on this fuel line. We lost a little bit of fuel, not a whole lot. All right, YouTube, we got our line on right here. We'll put our sensor on this end, and then there'll be another piece that goes from the sensor to this piece right here. So, that piece right there. So tube, we got our bracket back on that holds our air box. We got our fuel line that goes right here, comes up, goes into our sensor right here. The wires will go this way and they'll connect to our JB4 over here. So let me close this garage and turn the lights on and I'll be back. All right, YouTube, we got our wire connected here. It goes behind this brace, goes up here. There's a little cut through right there, and it comes over to our JB4. Now, you can skip this step if you don't have a JB4. You just tuck the white wire in and just hide it. But since we have our JB4, the JB4 will read ethanol content, and you need to put it in pin 4. All right, YouTube, we got our sensor in. We got our posi tap right here for our power wire. It comes over here, comes up into the spot where we have our JB4 at. We have our ground wire grounded right here. So that should be it. We should be able to start this thing and see if we can get a reading. So that will be next. All right, we're just checking for leaks. All right, YouTube, we have our fuel app. We're gonna hit disconnect because it's already connected, but we'll hit connect. And again, it's Bluetooth, so you don't have to use the JB4. As you can see, right now we're running E19. So, and we're probably at a little over 3/4 of a tank of gas. So we can actually put a couple more gallons in here, and it'll run actually E30. Is what the highest I've known these things to run. So just like that, another project done. Customers should be happy because you'll have some more horsepower. We don't have any leaks. We put everything back together underneath the hood, so we are good to go. As always, like, subscribe, hit the bell. Hopefully the customer will come back to us and get some more work done if he likes this. So we'll see what happens. Until next time, peace.